Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to Gramza Market Studies for Wednesday, May 24th. As I mentioned to you before, for those of you who received the free email about the video upload when it's ready, you already have the URL in it, and if you don't, and if you want to enter the CME's contest to guess the closing price on June 30th of August gold, right here is that URL that you can use. Now, let's take a look at what happened with the NASDAQ market. We did get some follow through to the upside. It's a little disturbing when I think about what is going on in the world. We think about what happened in Manchester and in England, and our prayers go out to those people and families. What a tragedy. What's disturbing to me is that we're not seeing the typical reaction to these type of events that we would see in the past. Just a few years ago, but it's almost like we're becoming calloused to it in that regard. But the NASDAQ did move up next 2 days, so as we talked about in the advanced video, very important for that NASDAQ market, but I do look for an unchanged to higher type move. Now, the euro, we did find that selling, and that implies a down day for Wednesday in that market. And if we take a look at what is going on, we can see over here in the yen, it did trade below its bearish level. The magnitude change in that market, to give you a feel for that, is $1,500 a contract. Over here in the British pound, and I would have thought this would have come down a lot more after that Manchester situation, but the difference here, the magnitude change in that market is $187.50. And I look for a sideways move in that market, though, when it comes to Wednesday's action. Let's take a look at those notes. I like this behavior. We've been looking for a down day. I'm looking for the same kind of, not the same size of move, but that downward pressure to continue here, but not a big move to the downside. Well, we also traded below its bearish level here in the Treasury bond, the 30-year bond. The magnitude change in that market, again, just to give you a feel for what's going on there, is $2,312.50, to give you an idea of what that size of move would be worth. If we just take a look at what's going on, though, in metals, gold, not much. We backed off. It really implies a struggle here. There's no real clear sense of direction for that market. I think we have an equal chance of going down to being unchanged today in that market. Here's that August contract that we were talking about, the June 30th close for that contest. Well, let's move on, though, and see what's going on with crude oil, and not much. It did make new highs, and everybody's really excited about that, but I'm very cautious about this market at these levels. And if we move on over and take a look at what's going on in those grains, here we can see in the soybean market it did trade lower. Also at this level, right now in the next 2 cents, I think we have the possibility for a bounce. Over here in our friend Mr. Wheat, that magnitude change here in that market is $300 a contract. The change here in the corn contract, the magnitude change from that bearish level to this bullish level, is $50 a contract. And I'm looking for a sideways to lower move in both of those markets. Well, that concludes today's market studies. Thank you for being with me. Look forward to being with you again. And as always, take care.